Hi beautiful moms, it's Beata. Today I wanted to discuss some of those feelings and emotions that you all have been discussing in the group. I've just been catching up with everything. The questions I posed were, how do you feel, what feelings and emotions come up around food? What do you feel when people around you are eating food that you can't have? How do you feel at social events with food? And so I saw a wide range of answers. Some of you feel angry, some of you are fearful, some of you feel isolated. Others have been able to reframe it into a sense where you are now looking how to substitute and create that food for you. Others are fearful for your children and making sure that they're not getting trace amounts or cross-contamination. And so I want you to know that all of those feelings are valid. All of your experiences are valid. And it's important to sometimes, think about them and really write down our feelings on paper because it helps us evaluate them. And then we can sometimes dig a little deeper. And I wanted to share my experience quickly. And, especially at the beginning, something that I felt a lot of was guilt and shame, which are things we don't like to talk about openly a lot. And, I wanted to, again, thank you for all your vulnerability up to this point. And I wanted to be vulnerable with you as well. When I think of guilt, it's almost the sense of that I did something wrong, that I brought this situation upon myself, that I'm almost punishing myself, that I deserve to have this struggle. And that is a very deep feeling. It's something that kind of goes down to your core, and especially shame too. Some people around me would say things like, oh, this tastes so good, I'm so sorry you can't have it. So it's almost like shaming you, like, oh, I'm sorry you can't have it. You did something to, cause this for yourself or whatnot. So those feelings are difficult to process sometimes. And so that's where I want this space to be, is an open space where we can kind of evaluate those feelings and emotions that are coming up. And also dig a little deeper if you feel ready to. So I'm curious if any of you have felt any guilt or shame, through this journey. And then I also want to think of, why is food so emotional, right? And so I did see some of you posted, and you're absolutely right. It's a social thing, it's a cultural thing, that it's biochemical. And it's also something that has been learned, and also something that has been taught us through our experiences, not necessarily just like our parents, that is a part of it too, in our family upbringing, but also socially. And that is a topic that I would love to go deeper on. So I'll ask another question later today about, these feelings and, thinking back to your childhood, if there's anything that you remember about how you were brought up around food. So I'll post a question in that later. But this is the video to kind of, put some pieces together, share my experience. And so if you would like to leave your experiences in the comments, feel free. And, I want you to think about that for a few seconds. If you have any questions or are curious, this is also something that we cover deeper in the program. So if you're, interested or just curious about the program, feel free to reach out, either leave a comment or feel free to send me a message. Because it's a little bit of a vulnerable, I can't say that word, vulnerable topic. And it is something that can really touch our hearts. So I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And for those of you asking, Club the Nut is feeling better. We did get some sleep last night, so here I am. And, her condition's getting better, so it's slowly improving, and, it's a cold. And it's one of those moments where that first night when she's not sleeping and sitting up and crying, I'm going, oh no, it's reflux. What are we reacting to now, right? Typical response, at least for me. And then I had to bring myself back, get centered, grounded, and remember that there are other possibilities. And then a couple hours later, she started, sneezing and the congestion. So I go, okay, that's what it is. It's a cold. We're not reacting, thank goodness. All right, so I will see you next time, beautiful moms. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for sharing and being open and vulnerable with us. All right, take care. Have a great rest of your day.